By the way, because you're moving, do you want to talk about why you're moving?
Yeah,
What
because my
happened?
landlord kicked me out.
Why
Evicted.
Why were you evicted?
So, so the management at our place is really weird. I think our landlord is in the States. I think has part of a family member that manages the property and also has an agency that manages the property as well.
Okay.
And they usually there's conflict a lot because, like, as you're doing business and then this is our family business.
Okay.
So things are usually not very straightforward when it comes to, like, if something happens, who's gonna repair, who do I call? You call this person, they tell you call the other guy. You call the other guy, they tell you call the agency.
But when it comes to paying rent,
Yeah, when it comes to paying rent, this is a paid bill. Chelewa with 5 days, they're already calling and they send people to the house. Yeah, so anyway, there was an accident that happened in our apartment building. I live on the topmost floor and then the tanks are just above. So one of the tanks leaked like a lot of water. And there are usually 2 units up. So me and my neighbor, our houses were flooded. And at this time, where was I? I think in Cavalli, drinking on a Friday night.
Yeah.
So me, I'm being called by the watcher. I'm being like, hey, ukunikubaye bukuja. I'm like, I can't leave where I am. It's like midnight. So I call my cleaning lady. And I tell her, let me call you a cab. You go and check out the Nasikia Nikubaya. She goes, she sends me videos of the house flooded. There was like 2 inches of water in the whole house. Yeah, so they do their best to clean it. Alafu najua now they have to find a way to drain it because you can't drain it via the stairs because it will go all the way down.
Yes.
So they drained it in every like toilet, every sink, every whatever. And then it was done. So after that, my neighbor's house was completely messed up, like sockets, nini, things. Me, I just lost my carpet because it was soaked. So I just lost it. Then I called the management again. It was a big problem. I wrote an email. They didn't respond, didn't do anything. So I got a bit mad and I sent a very strongly worded email. And then I think it ruffled some feathers. Yeah, so we started talking with these guys. Then I really pressured them to fix the house and the unit, which they did, but very reluctantly over a period of like a month.
Yeah.
So I told them, I'm not going to pay rent until you guys fix this house, which I did. So for the month of June, I didn't pay rent.
Yeah.
So end of June, when they fixed the house, it wasn't like 100% fixed. I'd say like 70. So I was still calling them and be like, okay, now the walls are messed up because of the leak. You need to come paint it. They're like, nah, you paint it. Yeah. So exchange.
So wait, they're making you paint the house that they've
I'm like, yeah, this leak came from above. The walls are scraping.
It had nothing to do with you.
Yeah. So when I paid July rent like this, I just saw an email pop.
They waited for you to pay rent.
5th chap, the email came on 6th. Yeah, you're required to vacate the premise by 31st July. So I called the guy and told him, let me speak to your manager. I became a Karen.
Yeah.
So he puts me through to their supervisor. And then I offered my concerns, but he was so nonchalant about it. So I was like, maybe it's time. But I've lived there for 5 years. I think it's time I move on to something else.
Yeah.
But I found a beautiful house, so I'm excited about it. I'm moving on Saturday. Do you ever raise your voice at someone?
No. I will be confrontational if I have to be.
Yeah.
But if not, but I am with people that I are friends or people that I am with every day or family. Because then that is someone that it's worth fighting for if we are having an argument. But like random people,
I think I can remember like all the times I've raised my voice in my adult life.
Yeah.
There are very few because I also don't like confrontation, but spendangi kubeba ufala. So I might shout, like the last I shouted at these guys when I was moving out on the phone because they were saying things like, Kwani, you're the only person in that house with a problem. I'm like, yeah. If I'm not, I'm the one who's calling about it. And we manage so many houses. We have houses in Lavington, we have houses in Sijiwea. So you're not at your only client. I'm like, what does this have to do with
anything? Yeah.
So I asked this guy, are you? So I think I used an F-bomb or something.
Yeah. And
then he's like, you can't talk to me like that. We are not age mates. I'm a father of 2. And then I adding kidogo spice too. So I told him it's very unfortunate that you are actually raising children. Hey, this guy got pissed.
It's funny because I've done the same.
Yeah, so like I don't raise my voice, but I know how to use words.
Yeah.
But with cops, especially because cops harass me a lot.
Yeah.
I have a very loud car. I'm not the most CG presentable person.
Because
corporate ish. Because if you find me in my elements on a weekend.
Yeah.
So they always just talk to me the way they want to talk to me. So sometimes I raise my voice. But like you have to really push my buttons. Because I really hate confrontation, even in personal relationships with friends. Nanini, people just screw me over, and I'm like, you know what? Let's do this.
And then you just let it go,
like,
and then you.
That was not cool.
Yeah.
And I don't want to address this. If you don't see what you did wrong, that's on you.
But I have come to realize currently there's a very big gap when it comes to how the laws are implemented in Kenya. So, for example, as you said, I'm sure the real estate law, they are not allowed to evict you.
Yeah.
Because of something they have done.
Actually, I got some lawyers in my DMs telling me like this is wrong. They're supposed to give you a 6 months notice. You can sue them. You can sue them.
Yeah.
Because I've had a few legal battles in this town, Nairobi. So I have a friend of mine who like usually I consult with matters like this.
Yeah.
So he told me you can do it, like you can confront and push back and everything, but it won't be worth it because one, you're gonna spend money on me.
Yeah.
Two, they have the upper hand of frustrating you because they can shut down your water, your electricity, and say maji hatuna maji. No. It's not a safe space to be where like your caretaker, your property manager, and your property is there. I have a car downstairs.
Yeah.
You never know what could happen. So he just told me just move.
I mean, it's good advice, but then that should not be the solution because you know that he's already won your landlord or caretaker, whoever.
Yeah.
And in certain situations, it gets more serious. For example, in labor laws, right? Maybe you're working for person A, and then because you signed a contract that says you can do anything and everything, now they retrench and then they give you kazi ya watu wengine wawili. And then they start, and then you have that thing of, hey, maybe I should just resign. We have a really big gap with how laws are needed.
Yeah, and I know especially labor laws have messed people up proper, but the guys who are patient enough and have the facilities to chase after justice usually get it.
Yeah, that's the thing. But by the time you get there,
you really need to be liquid, and you really need to have time
and patience.
Yeah. Because there's a story online about some retrenchment thing recently. Yeah. And most people don't read their contracts. And every contract I've signed in my life, I've sent it to someone. Yeah. To go through it, this clause and this clause you might want to rethink. Yeah. And I'm just like, okay, so I'll look at it differently. Yeah. But it's fun. I think even the conversation about unionizing and making it like very clear on how creative labor laws need to be upheld in certain situations. I think it's really prudent that your conversation yanze to flow. Yeah. Because very soon it'll get out of hand, and the government is not really in a position to help with anything so far.
Thank you so much for doing this.
This was fun. Thank you for inviting me. Appreciate it. Yeah. I think it's the best morning I've had in a very long time. I'm glad. Sasa ndio ningekuwa nakalia desk yangu after having 2 eggs. Nikiangalia tu Zoom calls ikilia tu.
Thank you so much for watching that highlight video. If you want to watch the full conversation that we had on the game drive, click here. I'm going to put it here. Don't forget to like the video, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, or even share with anyone who would be interested in this conversation. It helps my channel and it helps me make more videos like this. Asante. Bye.